Good morning. This is English for Starters, Unit 10, Grade 9, presented to you by Elaf Private School. Good. Today we're going to study something that is really simple, yet we use it in spoken English every single day. Today we're going to study something that is called the question tags. Okay, what are the question tags? That's a very good question. Question tags are mini questions that we often put on the end of a sentence in spoken English. So let's say I want to check if my answer is correct or not, if the information that I'm getting is true or not true. I just have to put at the end of a sentence a very mini question, very short question that shows me the idea or support the idea that I'm talking about. Now, what do I need to make one? Well, we need an auxiliary verb and a pronoun. That's it. Only two things, an auxiliary verb and a pronoun. I know some of you are asking, what is the meaning of auxiliary verb, right? Okay, we have so many auxiliary verbs in English language. I just put here some of them, and of course now you know all of them because you use them every single day in your speeches. Now, I have am, is, are, was or were, do, does, did, can, could, shall, should, will, and would. Those are all auxiliary verbs. We have other auxiliary verbs, but I'm just using those today. Moving on, how do we form question tags? How do we form question tags? Question tags is made of sentences. So, I need the sentence that that I used in my speech and the question tag. Very easy, right? I'll give you an example so you can understand this. This is what I call a sentence. It is a lovely day. It is a lovely day. Let's imagine that you're talking to your friend and you're saying, it's a lovely day. You want to check, is that true or not? You just ask, it's a lovely day, isn't it? See, this is the question tag. This is what I call the question tag. Isn't it? So here I'm asking to check, am I correct or not? Okay, now, the rule is really simple. If the first part, if this sentence is positive, the question tag should be negative. If this part is negative, the question tag should be positive. Don't be confused. I'm going to explain it in the next slide. Let's practice some sentences. Now, as you can see, all of those sentences are positive. None of them are negative. Okay? So here I can say, you are American, you will help me, Anne can swim, and Jenna speaks English. See, all of those are positive. But the auxiliary verb here that I'm going to use is are. You are American. I use the same auxiliary verb in the question tag. But if this is positive, then this is negative. So you are American, aren't you? The same goes for number 2. You will help me, won't you? Now, want is short for will not. Will not, the short form of will not is won't. This is positive, this is negative. Okay, number 3, Anne can swim. See, this is the auxiliary verb. Anne can swim. Can't she? I'm just checking. Anne can swim, can't she? Okay, number 4, Jenna speaks English, doesn't she? Now, Here I used doesn't. Where does it come from? This doesn't. There is no auxiliary verb here. Okay, this is present simple. You can review the present simple rule. If this is positive, in the negative form you have to use the auxiliary verb don't or doesn't. Okay, now what about if the first part is negative? If the first part is negative, as you can see here, aren't, won't, can't, or doesn't, then the second part, which is the question tag, should be positive, like are, will, can, or does. I use the same examples so I can focus more on the same point. Now, number one, you aren't sorry. Number one, you aren't American. Are you? Number two, you won't help me. You won't help me. Will you? Number three, Anne can't swim. Can she? And number four, Jenna doesn't speak English. Does she? Okay, now, alright, I have a little exercise for you. Complete these questions with the correct question tag. I have 6 sentences here. I want you to bring a piece of paper so you can write your answers down. So, please pause the video, write your answers down, then we can show you the correct answers. Please test yourself and do not cheat. Okay, you have 6 statements. You have a minute to do them alone on your piece of paper. Please pause the video, do them, then get back to check your answers. Great. Now, I'm going to read the statement and show you how it is done. Number 1, you've got the map. Now, this is the auxiliary verb, and this statement is positive. So the question tag is going to be what? Good job. Negative. Okay? So the correct answer is you've got the map, haven't you? Number 2, we're stopping in this town. This is also the auxiliary verb. We are stopping in this town. And this is positive, so the question tag is going to be negative. Okay, we're stopping in this town, aren't we? Number 3, they cannot contact us. They can't contact us. Can't is the auxiliary verb, but this time it's negative. So I have to put the auxiliary verb here in positive. Correct. So they can't contact us. Can they? Now for number 4, she isn't at home. She isn't at home. This is also negative. You have to put it here in positive. She isn't at home. Is she? Good. Now for number 4, he's been talking for hours. He's been talking for hours. Now, the apostrophe S here, it's not is. If you wrote is, then it's incorrect. Why? Because this sentence is present perfect continuous. So you have to say, he has been talking for hours. Tricky, right? He has been talking for hours. So this is positive, so you have to put it here in negative. He's been talking for hours, hasn't he? So see, the negative form is hasn't he. For number 6, which is the last sentence here on this presentation, we saw amazing things. There is no auxiliary verb here, but this verb is in the past. Now you are a 9th grader, you are supposed to know all of the or most of the irregular verbs. So we saw amazing things, didn't we? Okay, you made it to the end of this video. Thank you very much for your time. Talk to you later. Please check if you have a worksheet on the group and do it alone, and we will send you the answers later. Thank you very much for your time. Talk to you later. Bye.